E.T., Poltergeist, Rocky 3, The Thing.
Live in downtown Detroit, Local 4 live stream with Jason Carr starts now.
Good morning. Hey, happy Halloween. It's a Monday, and we are off to a cool start today. It's going to be near record warmth tomorrow. Too bad it wasn't today, right, John?
That's right.
For the kids?
Right. Yeah, we got the dancing mummy, though.
How did you get that video?
I've got Paul Gross in the weather office who put it together, and it's pretty great.
Okay, so before we get to funny costume names like Juice Bug, the knockoff Beetlejuice costume, and 8-Bit Farm Girl from Super Mario, and candy cigarettes, let's first start with NASA pumpkin carving. This was your choice to lead with today?
Yes.
NASA pumpkin carving?
I found some of this video here, and it's pretty cool. Oop.
You're going to get it sooner or later. Trick or treat.
Later. There we are.
What is that?
Well, this was participants had. Boy, I'm having a little bit of an issue here. I'm sorry.
What is it?
Well, this is a pumpkin carving contest they have every year, and every participant has an hour to build this incredible pumpkin display. You know, it takes me an hour to get all the guts out of the pumpkin, but these guys are NASA engineers, and they put together some really incredible pumpkins.
Very cool. I cannot stand pumpkin guts.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my God! I can clean up after the dog. I can clean up pretty much anything, but pumpkin guts, I do not look forward to gutting the pumpkin. I'll say that. Let's go on to funny costume names. You know, when you go costume shopping online, they can't use the copyrighted names because they don't have the rights to these knockoff costumes. So, for instance, there we have a partial list. Beetlejuice becomes Juice Bug. Harley Quinn becomes Aging My Chemical Romance Fan. Hunger Games becomes Female Libertarian. Pulp Fiction. Heroin Diva.
Heroin Diva.
And Casual Jeb Bush is Fred Flintstone.
Well, and I like the Bernie Sanders, the better future Bernie Sanders as Dr. Emmett Brown.
And who could forget Condescending Online Man from V for Vendetta between Jeb Bush and better future Bernie Sanders. Candy cigarettes. Remember when we were talking a moment ago about being a kid of the 70s? I remember having candy cigarettes when I was a kid because at the corner shop where you could get Necco wafers and Marathon bars and Hubba Bubba, remember Hubba Bubba? And Freshen Up and Fruit Stripe and all the other classic candy and gum. Candy cigarettes often looked like the real thing. I remember these. And the only difference would be like just the word candy.
Well, these are early packages because later on the company started looking at the copyright issues and started changing the names so that, you know, Lucky Strike became Lucky Stripe, Camel with a K, a couple of them, instead of Marlboro it was Marlboro without the L. So they just changed the name slightly.
And the reason why the candy companies were able to get away with this for so long is because the cigarette makers knew that it was like secretive advertising. They were like, "Yeah, that's a pretty good sell. Let's let them run with that."
And this new study that was done said that children who said people who said they had used these as a kid were twice as likely to smoke.
That's kind of scary. That just blows my mind.
This one with the toy lighter.
Toy lighter.
Yeah.
Fun and safe. Did you see Did you grab the one that says? Oh gosh, yeah, the smoking.
That's the Hanna-Barbera. Oh,
yeah. Did you see the one that said "Just like Daddy"?
Just like Daddy. I don't think I grabbed that image. No, it was
There's one that shows a packaging that the kid puffing away on a candy cigarette. It says "Just like Daddy." So there's that. Who remembers stuff like that? Like
I remember them. I mean, we used to get them occasionally.
The bubblegum cigars.
The bubblegum cigars,
You
sure.
can still get those.
Yep.
You can still get the candy cigarettes, but they don't look like the actual real deal like they used to.
Yeah.
I remember seeing those, gosh, as late as the early 80s when I'd go to the store for my Topps and Donruss and Fleer baseball cards. If you went to the right candy store or corner store, you could see that. Let's move along to, this headline cracked me up. The most Portland crime ever. When one lady inadvertently steals another's Subaru simply because they have matching keys. What's going on over there?
Just,
okay?
there was someone in the comment section that said that they lost sound. As far as I
on?
can tell, that isn't the case. It must be just on your end.
Okay.
But we're good. We're good.
On Tuesday in Portland, Oregon, Erin Hutzi realized that her red Subaru was missing from her driveway. Panicked, she and her husband watched their home security footage only to see a woman leisurely texting before getting in her car and driving off. The next day, after Hotzi had called police and reported the theft, she found the car in her driveway along with a note and $30 in gas money. It read, "Hello, so sorry I stole your car. I sent my friend with my key to pick up the red Subaru. She came back with your car. There's some cash for gas, and I apologize for the shock. Coincidentally, the police were driving by and saw that this person was bringing the car back at the same time, and when they asked her about it, turns out the keys were interchangeable."
Yeah. Isn't that great? You just got to test that key. There's only so many combinations. Sooner or later, that key's going to open the door you wanted. That's why I try my house keys on everything, just in case. No.
Dun, 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 dun. Just Subaru. Kwame Kilpatrick. This is interesting. He is currently serving a 28-year sentence for racketeering and fraud. The petition is on change.org, is that right?
Yes, change.org as of right
There's
now.
There's a petition urging President Obama to pardon him. Currently, the petition has over 15,000 signatures on its way to 25. Let's see. Currently, the petition has and will need 100,000 signatures within 30 days for it to be looked at by White House officials. Has this been amended since our earlier report?
No, not
yet.
There
seems to be some discrepancy over how many signatures it would take for somebody at the White House to.
First, it needed, I believe, 100.
It's like there's steps,
right? 1,000 signatures just to get onto the WhiteHouse.org, and then once it's there, it needs 100,000.
Okay.
So it's still got a little ways.
All right, let's see some reaction. Jojo Lambert here in Local 4 Nation says, as someone who volunteered for his first campaign for mayor and saw so much hope and promise, I say no. He's a crook and does not see or acknowledge any wrongdoing, even after he went to Texas and tried saying he didn't have enough money to pay back the city while living in a pricey house. Sarah Myers, the guy is an idiot and is trying anything or everything he can to not be in jail anymore and wants the easy way out. Lena Webb, can we sign something for him to stay in? He wants more handouts from Detroit and Michigan. He's a disgrace. Maybe he should run for president. Teresa says, no way he deserves to be locked up. Any normal person would not be freed by a petition. Now, conversely, there are those who say that they would sign the petition. Isaiah says, in a heartbeat, just off the strength, Snyder is still governor and Trump and Hillary are running for president. Kwame got caught with his hands in the cookie jar, but these politicians, your politicians, have done far worse. Charlotta says, it's sad that the majority of people saying no don't even live in Detroit. Why do you even care so much? Theo, I'd say make a deal where he does 15 years. If he has to plan to pay back, obviously there's a lot of complicated math going on here, but basically it involves adjusting the time and restitution. Joy says, yes, I would, or at least a lighter sentence. I see worse crimes with much less sentence. Sherry says, yes, I would, if only because I feel he learned his lesson now. He has committed a major crime, then the answer would be no, but he deserves a second chance. So, Local 4 Nation sounding off on whether Kwame Kilpatrick deserves to serve out the remainder of his, and it is a pretty lengthy sentence, 28 years.
It's a long sentence. How long has he been away now?
Bowl of Bacon. This one is going on my page, at Jason Carr TV, on the Facebook, at Jason Carr TV. You might be from Detroit or Metro Detroit if you're a Wings fan, you drink Verner's, You look south and see Canada. Your summer vacation is going up north, says Lauren Benavides.
You know, I always wondered about that. Is that just it's not just a Michigan thing. I know that in Wisconsin they've got a lot of lakes, a lot of over the
Midwest.
Midwest.
Do they refer to it in Wisconsin and Minnesota as going
It's
up
going
north?
up north? Probably not.
When I was a kid, my dad's side of the family had a lake house in the Irish Hills.
Okay.
So while my cousins all went up north to the cabin, to go up north to the cabin to go hunting or whatever, we'd go out to the lake.
Which is, you're going out west, but
Yeah,
it's going up north.
Where's Grandpa? Oh, he's out to the lake.
Yeah.
And he had to say it like that, too, out to the lake. Not out at the lake or
Yeah,
he's at the lake.
out to the
Out
lake.
to the lake. Because it was about an hour and 15, hour and 30 to get from West Detroit out to Irish Hills.
Now, this was
Actually,
before 94?
No, 94 was
Okay,
there.
94 was there. Sorry.
I'm not that old, John. Before 94.
I didn't know if you had to take Michigan Avenue the whole way.
No, the grandparents would get off US 12,
Mm-hmm.
and then we would drive through Irish Hills just so I could nose against the glass, look at prehistoric forest and
Prehistoric
stagecoach
forest,
stop
yeah.
and mystery spot. You know, how many times I drove past those going, I wish we could go. We went once. Drone photos. I found this online. This guy, his dad is a cinematographer, so at a young age he was taught the value of a composed image of scenery. And he's from Australia, and he vacationed in the U.S., and he took pictures. Well, some of these pictures are down under as well, but just stunning drone photos were, like, for instance, that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's no other. Birds get that view, and drones. That's it.
Did you show the one on the cruise ship?
Yeah, that was the first one here. That's
cool. The whole, like, I love the motif of the swimming pools on the cruise ship surrounded by water. It just kind of...
a lot of his pictures focus on water and the contrast between land and ocean. But yeah, really fantastic stuff.
That one's top notch.
It's Red Beach.
So cool.
So yeah, he's on Instagram. So take a quick look at some of his photos. Pretty cool stuff.
He's 20-year-old Gabriel Scanu.
Gab Scanu.
Gab Scanu.
Sydney,
on Instagram,
Australia.
If you're so inclined. How are we doing? What are we looking at here? Is anybody watching us?
Oh yeah, we've got plenty of people watching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Including Chuck's watching.
Chuck's watching. Hey Chuck.
How you doing? Original 176 emoji.
Emojis.
Not
Yeah.
emojis. Emoji. It's like, right?
Right.
Emoji is plural.
So these are the
Emoji.
original 176 that were developed in 1999. Pixel 12 by 12 pixel grid, which these photos were created in, and then could be used to be sent back and forth through text messages and pagers and such. And they took off, and now we have thousands of them, all sorts of different ones. And they don't have to be 12 by 12 pixels.
Seemingly multiplying by the day.
And more people communicate using these things, which makes me just think of one thing.
I was thinking the same thing. I was actually thinking of the drawings on the cave wall.
Yeah. Use your words, people. We've got a whole bunch of them. You get a thesaurus or get a dictionary.
Use your words.
But here's what those emojis look like on an Egyptian wall. So.
John Steckroth bringing you social commentary on a Halloween Monday. Lest we forget it's Halloween, we have another image to show you here. Our big reveal.
Oh yeah. So we'll end on that. I've got some of that video ready. So
what is it?
I've got the whole video that played this morning.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
Actually,
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Loompa, loompa, doobity-doo. I've got a future forecast for you. Roompa, loompa, doobity-dee. Watch news today on WDIV. Evrod and Rhonda are breaking the news. Count on Kim to help with your commute. And Jason Carr keeps his bacon in bowls. who'll give you temps in all 4 zones. A weatherman named Brandon. Roomba, loomba, doobity-da. Watch Local 4 before you get in the car. Tasty Tuesdays, our favorite too. Thanks to Roomba, loomba, doobity-doo.
But I want it now!
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Can't you shut up? I'm busy.
By gum, it's gum! Candy doesn't have to have a point. That's why it's candy.
It's gonna cost them a lot now, what?
And we want to thank Popsy City for helping us with our costumes and Kiana Martin for helping us with our makeup.
And Jaden Shepard with Vintage Ties by Jaden for help with his Willy Wonka tie.
Don't eat too much candy this year and have a happy Halloween.
I said good day, sir.